before we get started here, I just wanted to let the YouTube algorithm know that I am a fully licensed medical grower in Canada, where it is fully legal. I have paperwork to back it up. Everything I do is 100% within the law of my country. And this is for documentation and entertainment purposes only. Hi everybody, CANNABEARD Grows here. How the heck are you doing? I hope you're well. Today on Friday Night Gardening, what we're going to do is go take a look at the outdoors first and foremost. We got to go and lollipop the bottoms of the things, do a little bit of cleanup. These trees are too bushy, and when I water them, I'm having kind of a hard time getting under there. So if I can clean up some of that undergrowth, that's going to make the outdoors much better. We'll go do that right off the bat. Then we got to take a look inside the 5x5 here, which is looking amazing. I'm so freaking happy with what's going on in here. Just stay tuned. You'll see in a second. And we got to look at the clones. I need to transplant the clones from those little Rockwell cubes into some soil. They got to go. The tops of the Rockwell cubes are starting to grow moss and stuff. So we got to do something about it right now. I was kind of delaying it, and the time is now. We got to do it. So, if you like the show, hit the thumb up, please. It only takes a quick second. It's free. It means a lot to the channel's growth and the way the algorithm looks at the channel. So if you like the show, please like the videos. Subscribe if you're not already, and if you do like it and you are subscribed, thank you. Anyway, let's move on. Here's the outdoor, looking good. There's a break in the rain, so I'm filming right now while I can. Everything's a little bit wet. It's not too bad, but it's been mildly raining all day today. I want to defoliate. I want to get under and get all this stuff out. I probably should have done it this week. Like, there's a lot of lowers like this I want to get rid of, and promote top growth. Kind of like, lollipopping. You mostly do that on a lot of plants. And these are little bushes. These mango cushions are kind of growing a little strange. Not bad or anything, just interesting skinny leaves. Maybe a little bit more sativa-y than I assumed. I know it was a bit of a hybrid, but still. Yeah, it's all wet. But yeah, bushes. I got to clean these bushes out. Oh, I got my garlic is almost ready. Another, not long, maybe another couple of weeks, and the garlic should be ready.
Round 1, fight! CANNABEARD wins.
Got rid of all that middle stuff. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of training in some directions here. There's a couple of things we're trying to use the exact same spots. We can fill this out very quickly. And there we go. Just a couple of tie downs here and there, not very many, like 4. And I'm feeling that's a lot better distributed. I'm gonna do the same treatment for everything else.
See, the rain is nice, but I don't really like getting wet.
Okay, well, I'm soaking wet, and I got about as much as I can get, so I hope I'll show a better one once it's dry, if it gets dry in the next couple of days. But there we go. I lollipopped everybody, got a whole bunch of undercuts, and just did a very small bit of defoliation in the middle just to get rid of any little tiny things that aren't going to amount to much. Anyway, there we go.
Several days later.
Okay, here we are, Friday morning. Wow, beautiful day out today. Yeah, the plants are looking really friggin' good. They've all more than recovered from the looks of it here. I did
that cleanup earlier in the week, and it's really, really recovered nicely and looking pretty fantastic. I'm a little surprised that this one is so much shorter than this one when they're the exact same strain. They must be different phenos or something, but I trained them the exact same way. They got the split down there. This one here's got a split, and oh, this one's actually got a bit of damage on the split. Look at that. Oh wow, I didn't notice that earlier. So there's a couple things you can do with this. Number one, you can just leave it alone and it'll probably heal fine. You can also put a little bit of wood glue in there, and apparently that's pretty good and okay and works well. I'm probably just gonna, if anything, leave it alone, or I might wrap some twist ties around it so that it doesn't move any further. It might be okay though. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how everything's recovered here and looking real good. This one's almost as tall as me now. Yeah. This one's pretty tall. Standing beside it, it's right up in that flower smack dab the middle of my forehead. So yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Anyway, that's the outdoors. I'll do a garden tour next week. But yeah, next week I'll do a big garden tour, other than what I just showed you right there. Anyway, let's go back inside the house. It's hot out here. But first, before we go any further, I got to take a quick moment to thank today's sponsor, MARSHYDRO. Thank you very much, MARSHYDRO. I've been using almost exclusively MARSHYDRO products for many years on my YouTube growing career, and I love their stuff, man. I cannot say enough good things about their new Smart line, but it's all good. Their tents are good, their lights are good, their fans are good. Everything that they make is pretty damn good. So if you want a little discount, save yourself a couple of bucks off your next MARSHYDRO order, use my name as a discount code. Hey, save yourself a couple of bucks. In this economy, everybody needs to save everything they can possibly save. So, hopefully that'll save you a couple of bucks and you'll enjoy your products. Anyway, thank you very much, Mars. Now, let's get back to the show. Wow. The smell coming out of here is so nice. Oh, this peanut butter breath in the front row. Just wow. Just wow. And then the Pineapple Express in the back row. Look at this thing just stacking up. Oof. Yeah, looking really good. So, these are under the FC8000 light from MARSHYDRO. Also utilizing the full ad light spectrums with the deep red on right now. And I've got, speaking of ad lights, there's the ad light 100, the inter canopy bar I've got down there. Looking pretty darn good. So last week I took out the drainage trays, and I just have these, the drainage system by Mars, and I just put in these trays for now. I'm still using their watering system. I find this bucket's a lot better for my needs than the bucket that came with it. But I've been getting some rather high humidity spikes in this room just due to the transpiration of these plants. They're just doing so well, and the watering system and etc. It's just it's getting humid in here. The RH is spiking on me, and I've been having a hard time keeping it below like 65 at most times, right? And that's a little too much. You're gonna cause some problems with that long term. So is what I did is I went and got myself this thing here, the new MARSHYDRO dehumidifier system. So check this out. It's got a hose that pulls air in, dehydrates the air, and then pumps back dry, warm air into this tube here. There's a couple of, I've been using this thing for about a week now, and not complaints, but I got some notes. Number one, this bucket down here is literally only a couple of liters. It's not even a full gallon. It's pretty small. Look at my hand on this thing. It's a pretty small unit. Works really well though. It really instantly dries the air. And I've got the runoff hose into a bucket underneath down there, and that's been working perfectly because this thing filled up in less than 1 day. When I turned it on, it filled up almost immediately. So yeah, drainage hose it is. But I'm going to be dialing this thing in still a little bit because, like I said, part of the, not a complaint necessarily, but a note is this thing does heat up the tent quite a bit. It pushes hot air, hot, dry air in here. So one of the things I noticed right here is you can see I've got it on low. There's a high setting and a low setting. If you put it on the low setting, it doesn't shoot as much hot air. It's like warm air, but it's like slower. But if you put it on the high, it is just pumping hot air into the tent. And then you got to start dealing with other forms of ventilation to get it out and stuff, right? It's sort of an issue. But you can do a couple of really cool things. The MARSHYDRO Smart Controller app and stuff has contingency plans. So you can set the lights to turn off or to automatically dim down to like 10% once a certain threshold is reached in here. For example, it was heating up in here and I got it up to like 86, 87 the other day, which is a little hotter than I'd like in the tent. And so what I've done now is I've stated, I think 87 is what I set it to, but if the temperature reaches 87 again, these lights will dim all the way down to 10%. Same with this one here. They just dim down to 10%, and that will drop the temperature in here fairly quickly, as long as this thing isn't just pumping smoking hot air into it the whole time. But yeah, so it's a bit of a balance I'm trying to find between the ventilation, the fans that are in here blowing things around, and the dehumidifier. And I used to have a heater in here, but we definitely don't need a heater right now. It's hot summer. I do have a humidifier in there, believe it or not, because it does get below the threshold once in a while. It's a bit of a swing, but that's what I'm hoping that I can find that perfect balance, utilizing this and the humidifier, the dehumidifier, the proper ventilation and such, and I should be able to dial it in to right where I want to keep it. But all in all, long story short, these plants are looking phenomenal. I'm very, very, very happy with this current grow. Yeah, looking mighty good. I do have a couple of strays branches here that have gone off. I might have to rope those in or cut them off, or well, let's just see. But I'm pretty sure that those are going to end up drooping so much that they're going to be heavy and struggle in late flower. Same with this guy right back here. You can see one right here. Look at this. It's just a long branch, and it's going to struggle. So I might have to end up using some pipe cleaners or something to tie those to the frames so that they don't fall right over when the time comes. But man. Oh, by the way, somebody asked me last week, and I wasn't actually sure, but this is week 5 of flower, by the way. This is week 5 right here. Man, look at the stacks on this pineapple in the back here. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. I am so excited. Peanut butter breath in the front, Pineapple Express in the back. Everything here was got through Coastal Mary Seeds. I'll put my discount code here up on the screen. CANNABEARD 25 saves you 25% off. That's Coastal Mary Seeds. I can't put links because it's against the rules on YouTube. So there you go. That's it for the 5x5 today. Okay, here we are outside with the clones. They're growing a lot of green on the top of them cubes. I left them in there for too long with some nutrients, I think. But we do have roots and stuff, and some of them are looking worse than others. I'm going to pick the best looking 3, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 in these pots, and then 2 backups. So probably this one, and honestly this one right here. These 3 here look like the best, and maybe this one and that one are the 2 second bests, maybe like that. Yep, I think that's what we got going on. Okay, I'm gonna put them in there. There we go. Here's the 2 backups, and 1, 2, 3 in, like, I don't know, these are like 4 or 5 gallon pots or something like that. I think 4 gallons actually, but that'll be plenty enough for these things. We only need 3. We need one donor that we're gonna flip into pollen, and then two females that we're gonna accept the seeds off of. Hopefully that works well. Yep.
3 days later.
Okay, so here we are in the 2x4 tent with the clones. So I've got 3 of the better looking ones and then 2 backups just in case, as well as I'm going to keep the mother alive here for a little while longer. The mother has seen better days. It's been a little bit neglected, but it's fine. It's going to be just fine. So I'm hoping these are all going to do well. Once again, the plan is, this is Cherry Kush CBD, and I cannot get seeds of this anymore. So the only way I can get more seeds is to make them myself. This was the last seed. This is a re-vegged clone for anybody that hasn't been following along. This is a re-vegged clone. Look at the bud down there. That was a bud. I took a clipping during early flower and had to flip it back into veg, and I've never done that before, but it works. So I did that, and then once this was in a good veg state like this, we took a bunch of clones a couple weeks ago, and yeah, there's the clones. So I'm gonna have to move this tent into the bedroom on the other side of the house, because this is going to be the breeding tent. The idea is one of these is going to get sprayed with colloidal silver once it gets a little bit bigger, of course, and that will force it into creating some pollen, and then we're going to pollinate the other 2 and we'll get some seeds. Anyway, this is going to be moved hopefully next week. I got to do a bunch of rearranging in the bedroom before we can do that, and I need to get this out of this room because I've got a plan for this corner that is not clones. Stay tuned. Well, folks, there we go. That's what's growing on here in the CANNABEARD property this month, right now, this week, pardon me. Yeah, it's looking good, looking good. I'm real happy with everything. This is just looking phenomenal. It's starting to smell really, really, really good in there. The outdoors looking phenomenal. The clones are looking weird, but they're gonna be fine. Yeah, I'm all good things. So if you liked the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you if you do, and thank you if you've already done so. Yeah, I'll see you next week, guys. Cheers.